Welcome to Your Opinion is Not Fact, where your opinion is certainly not fact, but mine is. I'm Yona, your quirky cult leader, and now's the time to quiet down fives because the 10 is speaking. Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast.
Hi everyone, welcome back.
So this is a really exciting time for us because we are filming today. So I have to remember to also look at the camera. Hi YouTube. Hey. So very excited, very happy to be here. Okay. Also, let's see that I'm peeking a little bit, so I'm gonna pull this down. Okay, there we go. I think this is better. Yes. All right. Okay, let's get started. So we're going to be talking about The Substance, and I'm really excited because this movie was like one of the ones to see for sure for me. It stars Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, and Dennis Quaid.
Yeah. Did you like it?
I loved it. Okay, so Sebastian saw this before me, right? He saw this movie. When did you see it exactly?
I think I saw it the week it came out.
Okay, and I saw it literally just like this past week, last Thursday actually.
Yeah,
and I've been avoiding spoilers so bad, so hard. I'm just like, I don't know how I did it, but I didn't get the movie ruined. So I go see it by myself, mind you, right before work, because I'm like, oh, I have to go to work afterwards, so I'm gonna go see this movie, right? And when I tell you, so I was in the, I'm not gonna say which theater because I don't want you guys to dox me, but I was in that theater in Manhattan, and it's one of the ones where it reclines, right?
yeah.
And so I'm like laid back, just feet up, kicking it, like having a good time. Literally the scene where she takes the substance, and obviously spoilers, so if you're listening or watching, spoilers, if you haven't seen it, just so you know. Spoilers, here we go. So the scene where she literally is like takes the substance and she's like, oh, this is bullshit, whatever, and then the change happens. I stood up so hard, I said and was set up for the rest of the movie, literally sitting on the edge of my seat. A lot of the time in the movie I was just sitting with my hand covered over my mouth like, oh my god, do you see this? Oh my god. I'm like, I wish I saw it with someone because it was just so much.
It's a lot. I threw up when I watched it. It's just so disgusting.
And like, I thought he was being dramatic, right? I was like, he did not throw up. Like, oh my god, like so dramatic. Like, keep the dramatic go. No. Yeah. I said, when I saw it, I said, this movie is fucking gross. But like, if you like body horror, this is the body horror for you. This is the one that is really going to do it for you. This is the one that's going to take you over the edge because, I don't know, like this one is just, there's something about it that's just so disgusting. It's like really gross and really just visceral. Like from one of the first scenes where she gets fired. So she's like a movie starlet from like, I won't say like old Hollywood, but like, you know, 60s, 70s Hollywood. She won an award, an Oscar for one of her performances. And then, I don't know, she like just like kind of landslides into like obscurity with the whole aerobics thing. So she's like doing aerobics for years.
No, but she won an Oscar.
That's what I'm saying. She won an Oscar, and then after that,
yeah,
after she won the Oscar, she like kind of like just like landslides into like obscurity. Turn yourself a little bit. Like landslides into obscurity and just like does the whole aerobics thing, like kind of like Jane Fonda, but Jane Fonda didn't make a comeback, right, with movies. She stayed in the aerobic shit. Anyways, so she gets fired on her 50th birthday, mind you. Turns 50. She gets fired by Dennis Quaid's character, Quaid, whatever his name is. And when he's firing her, he takes her to this restaurant and he's eating shrimp, a big bowl of shrimp. And it's so visceral. Like, it's ASMR, but hell, right? Like, it's literally just like him eating it.
Do you know that Demi Moore?
Sounds.
You know that Demi Moore said that was the most horrifying part of the film, Dennis Quaid eating the shrimp?
I can imagine. I can literally imagine because like you can see in her face. I'm just like, yeah, she's a good actress, but like you can just see like because the way that he's eating them and like mind you, I've been on movie sets before. I've been on TV show sets before. Nothing happens in one take unless it's just gold. And it seems like this did not happen in one take. You're doing take after take after take after take. So imagine sitting across from this man, take after take after take of him eating these shrimps, waving them in your face. Just the smell is nauseating. It's like, it's easy to build up that disgust in that moment because you're sitting there like,
Yeah.
this is fucking gross.
No, but she did say that the most gross parts of the movie, which I agree with, were the things that included food.
Yeah.
Like, I saw the Dennis Quaid scene of him eating shrimp, but then the part that made me throw up was when she was cooking the fucking duck.
Oh my goodness.
And she was like arguing with herself on the TV when she was younger.
So we're gonna get
to that. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So we're gonna get to that. So literally, so what the substance is, it's this off-market, black market drug that you take. It's really shady. Like, you talk to some guy. I named him. I'm not sure he has a name in the movie, but I named him the handler.
Yeah.
Because that's what he does. He handles these people. So I'm like, the handler, like, you get it through word of mouth. So, like, let's say I'm on the substance. I would then basically, like, try to get you on it through covert means or whatever. It's very weird. So the way that she gets it, she gets in a car accident, which is like, that car accident was very visceral as well. It was like one of the worst car accidents I've seen in like film, because it was just like,
you have to see Smile too, so you see a bad car accident.
the way that car accident happened, like, it just happened for like, I feel like 15 seconds straight, just like car flipping and rolling and just the back and forth, and oh my goodness, it was so best. Anyways, so she comes out completely fine, right? Completely fine. She's okay, good to go, you know, mama's looking good. So this young nurse or whatever, it's like, oh, let me see your back. And she's like, I thought the doctor said like my tests are good, like whatever. So he pushes her forward without her permission and starts examining her spine. He's like, oh, you're the perfect specimen. She's like, what? He's like, oh, nothing. So anyways, fast forward, she gets home after a drunken night out, sees that she has this thing in her pocket called the substance, makes the call, does the thing, the transformation. We're gonna skip to that. The transformation. So it's this literal yellow, it's an activator. It's like a yellow orange, like highlighter yellow activator that you inject. And like, so you inject it or whatever, and she's standing there in front of the mirror naked, looking at herself. She's like, I'm a little pudgy, my tits are a little low, blah blah blah. And like, she's standing there, she's like, this is bullshit. And then it's like and she just hits the floor, hits the deck, boom. She said, I had a praying grandmother, but like hits the deck, she's done. And literally, like, you see like her eyes are starting to shift. There's like multiple irises, and then there's like a whole other eyeball fighting to like get out of this one. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then it goes to her back. You see her, now you see it from her back, and her back is starting to split open. Like someone's taking a hot knife to butter, just sliding down her back. And out comes Sue.
Which Sue is so hot.
Sue, first of all, Sue is brat.
Yeah.
Sue is so brat.
She came she's the new Jesus.
Yeah.
We needed her when we needed her.
Yeah, she came, she said, I'm here to give you girls exactly what you need. Hallelujah, God bless, we'd love to see it. So Sue comes out, and Sue is like a little baby, you know? She's young, she's hot, she's beautiful, but she's also very naive. And, you know, still getting her feel for the world.
Well, this is the thing I don't understand the film, because they are the same person, they're just shifting bodies. So it was like the same person all the time. She was just like infatuated with the fact that she was young.
Exactly.
Again.
Exactly. And that's the thing. So one of the things about the substance is that literally there is, the handler tells you, there is no two.
The handler.
The handler. That's what I call him. The handler. He's like, there is no two. There's only one. This is going to be important later in the discussion. There's no two. There's only one. You're the Matrix, but she's part of you. You're part of her. Y'all are basically the same person, right? So Sue, this new body, is like really infatuated with herself. She's like, oh my God, my tits, my ass, like my teeth, my eyes, my skin. And she's just like, I'm born again. You know, Jesus has risen. But you only have 7 days within this new body. You have to switch 7 days. So 7 new body, 7 old body. 7 new body, 7 old body. When you go over the amount of time given to you, shit starts getting weird quickly. And Sue finds out the hard way. So Sue goes to literally, what does she do? She literally goes to apply for Elizabeth's old job. Demi Moore is named Elizabeth in the movie. So she goes to apply for Elizabeth's old job as an aerobics instructor. Obviously gets it because she's beautiful, hot, body's perfect, titties and ass just amazing. And she gets the show. And when I hear Pump It Up now, all I think about is Sue.
I love that song.
In her leotard with her lollipop hanging out of her mouth.
Yeah.
And like the cutouts right underneath her titties, right by her ass. It's just like insane, gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There's some points I did want to bring up about this movie though. So literally one of the things that I noticed when I was watching this and after I got done watching it was how greed feeds into narcissistic tendencies. And what I mean by that is that there was nothing wrong with Demi Moore's character, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
You know, she was very beautiful, obviously very fit, very rich. She had for all intents and purposes, a perfect life, right? But she wanted more. And her greed fed her narcissism because she felt that there was something lacking. Because she was like, oh, I'm being fired because now I'm old. I'm no longer used to this parent company, blah, 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 this and that, all this shit, right? And she allowed the patriarchy and the male perception of herself and her self-worth to send her down this rabbit hole of hell that does eventually lead to her death.
But she was old.
She was old, but,
Like,
but 50's not dead.
No, but
You know what I mean?
she wasn't selling anymore.
But the thing is, like, there's so many ways you can pivot, and it's just like
The thing is like she tried to continue with that.
Yeah.
They didn't want her, so why would she still want to be there?
No, and it's like she took the easy way out because, like I
Yeah.
was saying, like there's so many other things that you can do. You know, older actresses still find work, stuff like that. Like we're talking about, like this is real life, but just saying, like, just because you're older, especially as a woman, like you feel like you're being pushed out of the spotlight. They tell you after you're 30 or 35, like what value do you have, this and that, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, the fact that she's able to keep up that career for that long doing aerobics is a testament to itself. And instead of seeing that as an accomplishment, she let it be a weight around her neck, feeling like it's holding her down.
Yeah.
And just took the easy way out, and I hate that. Another thing that I want to talk about is the body dysmorphia between the two of them. So yes, they are the same person, but each one did have little takes about themselves. Obviously, Elizabeth, her age, that was her big thing. Her age, like she felt insecure about her age, about her body. Even like before she took the substance, she's like looking at herself, pinching like her, her softer stomach, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And with Sue, I feel like some of her body dysmorphia was her trying to hold on to this. Well, when we say Sue, but this is also Elizabeth as well. Yeah. But trying to hold on to this youth as tight as she can. This youth, this energy, this vitality as tight as she can, and doing that, she's forgetting the roles of the substance. She's literally pushing it further and further, not going back to the old body, the Matrix, Elizabeth's body, the main body. And as she does this, the body starts to wither. So when you are doing the substance, right, like if you do not meet the criteria, like, okay, so it's the 7th day, we have to switch, now I go back into you. If you take an extra hour or extra night, my body, the Matrix, starts to wither. And Elizabeth found out the hard way because like her finger was disgusting. It was like an old leper finger. It was so gross. And she calls the Hannah and she's like, hey, so Sue took a couple extra hours and I noticed that my finger is all messed up. I just want to know the operation to get it fixed. And he's like, there's no fix. And she's like, what? And it's like, there's no fix. There's no two. There's only one. Click, hung up the phone.
Yeah.
Like, one thing about this person, this actor, this handler, very concise, very to the point, very straight to the point, like, boom, 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 like, says a couple lines, hangs up the phone. You're not getting an explanation, you're not getting shit, you don't even know who this person is, you never meet this character ever. It's just a voice behind a phone line, and that's it. And that's, like, part of, like, the building of, like, the paranoia, like, the tension, you know, even where she goes to pick up the substance itself is like in this really shady part of LA. It's really scary. The fucking door, it's like a storage door that like rolls up automatically, but it stops at a certain point. So it's like, let's say it's this tall, right?
That's poetical because it means like you know how you have to crawl yourself into hell.
Yes.
So that's why it just opens that much.
Yes, but exactly. That's exactly the point I was getting to. I'm just like, it only opens this much, and it's like, how bad do you want it? What are you willing to do to come get this? because anyone in their right mind would be like, fuck this. Get there and be like, hold up. And this like fucking crackhead den, like literal fucking needles and shit on the ground, diapers and shit, all type of gross stuff, and then the doors aren't open all the way. You know what? I'm good. I don't want it that bad.
Yeah.
But no, Elizabeth, she said, you cannot keep a bad bitch down. She said, I'm going to get this shit.
Okay, but how do you think this like now mirrors, like, because they say horror films mirror reality.
Yes.
What we're living to right now.
Yes.
And how celebrities now are taking these drugs, these miracle drugs, to look younger again.
Mm-hmm. I honestly think that this was such a well-crafted, well thought out film because it does touch a lot on that, especially how Hollywood preys on women's insecurities. And mind you, these aren't insecurities of their own. These are insecurities that are given to them when they get into this industry and then reinforced through time, through repetition, through like the people around you, through the new hot next thing coming in. Like, I really love how the film touches on that because this isn't a film too about substance abuse, about uncontrolled, unchecked drug abuse.
Yeah.
And like through Sue and her hedonistic lifestyle, because people are like, oh well, Sue didn't do drugs. I'm like, Sue was a fucking party animal. Let's not forget that. Because like the first time that Elizabeth like gets fucked up behind Sue acting out was because Sue wanted to get fucked that night, and she didn't want to change back immediately because she had a guy over, and she was partying out late, getting all sexed up, blah blah blah, whatever, and it's just that was her drug, was having fun. Elizabeth's drug was first the chasing that vanity, and then it turned into food, her gluttony, because like once she crossed that line where Sue, I'm putting air quotes, was just taking longer and longer and longer to switch, and her body's like getting more and more decrepit, food became her peace, food became her drug, food became her release. And there's a scene in the movie where Sue switches back after Elizabeth like has cooked all this food, and she's like, control yourself.
Yeah, I love that scene.
It is so good because like you see how with Elizabeth in the Matrix body, she's very jaded. But with Sue, when she's in Sue's body, when they switch, Sue's very childlike. Sue is she goes to temperature all the time. She has a very hard time accepting things for what they are. Like, it was not, things are going her way. Like, even when she had the dream about, like, the chicken bone shit shifting her body, like, how quick she was to turn very nasty towards the people on set. You know what I mean? Like, she has a very young, childlike mentality. So that dichotomy between the two is very interesting to see.
But the thing is with that film that I saw from my personal point of view was that how old people don't want to give up power to the new generation.
Yeah.
So it's like she's old.
Yes.
Nobody's watching her. Nobody wants her anymore. The network knows it all the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, okay, we want to reach for a newer person, a younger person. And then she's like, oh, I'll just become a young person. And then I feel like that's like how our world works now.
Yeah.
Like how we have presidents that are 70, 80 years old. And it's like the same thing. It's like it's mirroring our reality.
Literally finding a loophole to like...
Yeah. Every loophole you can take a little string out. You give them an inch.
And they take a fucking mile.
Yeah, it's insane. And it's like, okay, they don't want you anymore. Why are you crying about this? And like, nobody wants you. You're old. And I have nothing against old people, but I think I don't. It's the let the new generations come,
I agree, but there's an onus on the machine, on Hollywood, on the man, right, to be kind in that release of the person. You know what I mean? Because when we talk about politics and we talk about Hollywood, they're similar, but there's a stark difference. Like, your whole likability is based on your attractiveness and your age.
Yeah,
in Hollywood,
no doubt about that.
And it's like, when you're in power, when you're in power in Hollywood, I feel like you have a responsibility when you are releasing someone from a contract, or you are letting someone go, whatever it is. You do have a responsibility to do it with grace and kindness, because that shows them that they still have some type of value or worth. He did not do that at all.
I would think that if they were not winning a lot of money, these are people that are winning millions of dollars.
True.
So
True.
they are outside of the scope of like reality.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we let you go, but we give you $2 million to cancel your contract. Like, just go away.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Is like we don't even know that happened for her because like all that she got when she got fired was well, you find this out later in the movie because it's wrapped up in prison. But it's like I think it's like a picture frame or something. It's something so just insulting. Mind you, she's like been carrying this network for years on her back.
Yeah.
Like literally, when you walk down the hallway, all you see is like her posters, like how big it is, how much like money she wants his network, and her parting gift. Not a severance pay, not nothing like that. It's literally like a fucking we're gonna miss you so much on some Canva printed bullshit.
Okay, but do you think this film was a horror film or a storytell?
So I believe that at its core it's a horror film.
I think it's a storytell, like Cinderella.
I believe that is. I believe at the core.
And it's very
okay,
reminiscent, like, you know, the substance is just the substance. There's no explanation to it.
Right.
It just makes you young again.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, like the fairy godmother saying, "Oh, Cinderella, I'm gonna make you a princess for one night."
Yeah.
And also, it's reminiscence about how the magic wears out at 12 o'clock. And in the movie, it wears out in midnight.
No.
And then she's like, before midnight, she's like struggling to be alive. So she goes back to the apartment and she injects the substance again.
Mm-hmm.
And then she comes back and she's a monster. Why? Because there's no magic
There's
anymore.
no magic. It's all gone. That's
It's
actually a
all
great point.
gone.
That's a good point. See, and this is why we have these
That's
discussions.
why I think the substance is a story tale. It's a cautionary tale because story tales are cautionary tales.
See, no, I never thought about that. I was just seeing it from like a very literal point of view.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it from the reality of it all, and here you are looking at it from like, you know, this is a cautionary tale.
Yeah, because there's no explanation. Like in a story tale, you accept everything just as it is.
Yeah.
Oh, the pumpkin turned into a carriage.
Right.
It doesn't matter how. Like it just did. That's the same thing about Sue. Sue came out. Why?
Yeah.
We don't care. There's no explanation.
Right.
She's just there.
Yeah, she's just there.
There's nothing behind anything.
No.
But the fact that it, like, the whole fantasy turns off at 12 o'clock in New Year's,
Yeah.
that's the whole point.
And honestly, too, like, now that you bring it up, even her dress for the New Year's
yes,
party,
it was
the dress,
Cinderella.
it was Cinderella.
Yes.
It was Cinderella
Yeah.
with the crown included.
Yes.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. It's like, I think it was all meant to be a story tale, like, a cautionary tale about being old and how you perceive yourself.
Yeah,
And then just like live to it.
Yeah.
And if you don't accept it, then there's gonna be like really bad consequences. Like, you know, all these people getting like Botox and they look like botched.
Yeah.
We have a whole show about botched
Look
because
at
of this.
Kylie Jenner. She's like not even 30 yet. She's
Yeah.
like 26 or something.
Yeah, it's insane.
She looks terrible.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Kylie, if you're listening, but you look crazy to be that young.
But it's like all those fillers just like falling into place.
You know, and it's just like, I was watching a TikTok last night because of course I'm doing research for this or whatever, and they were saying that she had her whole under jaw. That's why she looks like this, because it's starting to fall into place. Like it's still healing, but she had all of this, whatever you call this part, like underneath. No, like just because she's not fat, she's very skinny, but like this underneath part, like the jaw and like from like here down, basically. That's what they were saying. She had this like fixed, because like it was just like the filler was just so like.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
They need to like. The thing is, when you get Botox and all that shit, you don't move your muscles.
Right.
So your face starts getting lacy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you go to the gym and you do weights.
Yeah.
You want to get your muscles like stronger for your arms to like support your weight.
Yeah.
If you put Botox, it paralyzes your face. Mm-hmm. So your muscles don't have any exercise anymore. So when the Botox wears off, there's no muscle to back it up. That's why they're all droopy.
Right.
That's why Kylie looks so fucking droopy in the Schiaparelli show, because she had Botox. She had Botox for so long that now she just looks droopy.
Yeah, like her muscles went into atrophy.
Yeah, no, there's no muscle behind it.
No.
There's nothing backing it up. It's just like
And for those who don't know what atrophy is when you literally do not use your muscle and like it just dies basically.
Yeah.
So there's that. Closing out with the substance though, I do want to touch on. So Sue does use the fucking she uses the substance again, right? And turns into a monster. A very disgusting monster. But the thing that I find really interesting is that the monster puts on Elizabeth's face. Doesn't look for a picture of Sue.
Yeah.
Doesn't look for, kind of Sue, nothing. It puts on Elizabeth's old face. Even though Elizabeth literally is on the back of the monster. It's very disgusting. Like, very fucking jarring. Hated that part. But I'm just like, her missing her old self. Like, this, like, the full circle moment. It was very gross. Like, it's really hard to explain without using visuals of it. Just go see it. But I think it was just a very interesting film. Sebastian has given me something new to think about now, because now I'm just like, no, it is like a flipped up gross ass Cinderella.
Yeah.
Retelling basically, if you look at it from that lens. Moving on to something fun, because that was a little gross and heavy. I want to talk about High School Musical 2, a very specific scene in that. So
I know what you're gonna say.
You already know that. So Lucas Gabriel's character and the other one, what is his name? Corbin Bleu.
Yeah.
Their characters, they have a scene together, like where they're singing and dancing, like, I don't dance, I know you can. And it's like, that's basically, at the end of the scene, they switch clothes.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, so they were fucking, right?
Nile is a river in Egypt.
I'm like, okay, so they were fucking, right? Like, because honestly, there's no way that they weren't. There's no way they weren't. And like, I even have it written down here. I'm just like, this is literally like them exploring their sexuality with each other.
No, they fought.
They fought.
They fought.
They fought.
Like, how are they wearing each other's clothes?
Honestly.
And they're trying to be all cute about like locker room. Why?
Yeah.
No, they full on fuck.
I'm like, y'all definitely fuck. Like,
and then I love it too because it's like, Disney Channel came out with like, yeah, he was gay in the films. Something we all knew.
Something we all knew, and it's like,
it's like some singers that recently came out saying that they are curious about their sexuality. It's like, baby, the closet is glass.
You know what? And that's another great segue, because listen, when you are dealing with actors, athletes, musicians who aren't fully out yet, commenting, we already knew online. It's okay to keep you as your friends, right? In private room, oh yeah, we knew he was a fucking, whatever, we knew he was one of us. But when you get online, underneath someone's pictures, underneath someone's videos, on their public profile saying, well, we knew, were you guys shocked? That's not the key you think it is. I'm like, that's just as harmful as outing someone, in my opinion. Because someone was just outed. Khalid, this really big R&B artist, who one of his biggest songs, Location, I still love to this day, was recently outed by his escort boyfriend, Hugo Diamante.
Yeah.
And I think it's just so violent that people will just come online and be like, y'all didn't know Khalid was gay? We been knew, or I been knew, or I never knew. Like, I mean, I never doubted it. It was always, and I'm like, even if you knew, even if you had concrete proof, what's the point that you're trying to make?
Well, I just want to know who Khalid voted for before I give an opinion about this.
Honestly, Khalid, if you vote for anyone other than Kamala Harris, it's a wrap for you.
If he voted for Trump, I'm supporting the outing.
Yeah.
We have made a full thing about no more DL men.
No.
If you're a fucking Republican, we are going to out you to everyone in your family because that's the only weapon we have now. So that's going to happen from now on. But if Khalid voted for Kamala Harris, which I hope he did.
I'm pretty sure he did.
And I'm pretty sure he did too.
I'm pretty sure he did.
I'm really sorry for him.
Yeah, it's just very unfortunate. It's really disgusting. It's heartbreaking. It's just...
It's bad.
It's bad.
You should do it.
And it's distasteful. And it's like, because I was outed.
Yeah.
I was outed myself. And it's like, I remember my mom walking up to me, like, Mom, oh, your uncle said that he saw you on the bus wearing all pink. And I'm like, no. Like, I don't even own anything pink in my closet. And she's like, are you gay? And I'm like, yeah. Like, I had no choice but to be like, you know what I mean? And it's like just having that thrown on you. Like, thankfully, I was like a teenager. I was like 15 at the time. But it's like just having that thrown on you, like when you're not ready to like be out.
That happened to me too. Like my parents knew I was gay, obviously, all my life.
Yeah.
But my brother, every time he would get into trouble, like with his girlfriends or anything, he would like I wouldn't be even part of the conversation, and he would be like, "Well, you don't say anything to my brother that he's all the time with his boyfriends." And my parents will just look at him. It's like, we're not talking about your brother right now.
Yeah, what
it's
the
about
fuck is wrong
you.
with you?
Why would you bring him up?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
He's like a little snitch. He's like, well, you robbed his door. Well, Sebastian.
Yeah.
His boyfriend was here yesterday.
You know what cinches get? Beat down with a Louisville Slugger. Okay, and on that note, we're gonna end the podcast. So thank you so much, guys. Honestly, I hope that this turned out as good as it sounded in my head and as the conversation sounded. We will be back next week. I have a lot of shit to talk about next week, but you have to tune in for that.
Wait, no, I think we have to go longer now.
Yeah?
About the Billboard Award. Billboard.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Okay, run the back. So.
Yes. Beyonce #1? Yes.
Beyonce, the greatest pop star of the 21st century.
Had to be.
And who else would be?
Who?
Who else would it be? Because if it was anyone other, if they had said Taylor fucking Swift, I would have literally burned myself alive in front of fucking Times Square.
No, it's insane. And I hate the way that they were saying like, oh, there's 2 more spots. And it was like, even Beyonce chose it. It was like, if Taylor Swift is #1, I'm gonna shoot myself.
Yes.
Because I already saw the list. BTS being above Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars that made our teenage dreams come true.
Yeah, sure, fine.
BTS has been here, what, for like 4 years after pandemic?
Yeah.
How is he lower than them?
Payola.
It's insane.
They paid.
No. But I'm happy for Beyonce. Beyonce deserves it.
Yeah, so I think from the top 3 I saw it was Beyonce, Taylor Swift, and Rihanna.
Yeah.
And then Drake was #4 and Lady Gaga was 5?
No, Lady Gaga was, let me tell you right now.
Okay, let me know.
Lady Gaga was number...
Because I could have swore she was 5.
No.
Who's #5?
Okay, let me tell you here.
Let's see.
So, #1, Beyonce, obviously.
Period.
Like, there's no question about it.
There's no one else that could be, no.
Like,
yeah,
it's insane that you would think somebody else will be there.
Yeah, it's Beyonce only, sorry.
I mean, sorry, Grammys.
Yeah, Grammys, fuck you. If you
Number
look for
2,
year this year, I swear to God, I swear on everything I love, I will find each and every one of you.
#2, Taylor Swift. Doubtful. 3, Rihanna. 4, Drake. Drake.
Greatest pop star?
No.
#4? No, that was a reach.
Yeah, that's a far reach. 5, Lady Gaga. Yes.
Yeah, I thought she was 5, yeah.
Yeah, of course she is.
Yeah.
Then at 6, Britney Spears. I think she should have been above Drake.
Yes.
She defines pop.
Yes.
She is a pop princess.
Yes.
Literally. And then, sorry, Kanye West, 7. Justin Bieber, 8. Okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
Ariana Grande, 9. Yes. 10, Adele. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Usher, 11. Yes. He's more like last century. You know, like 80s, 90s. You know.
He wasn't even on the 80s, which is crazy, but yes.
Well, 90s, whatever. That was like 30 years ago. Eminem.
Wow. Eminem, a pop star?
Yeah. Well.
Was the person who made this smoking crack?
Yeah. It says Eminem. Nicki Minaj. That's rap.
Okay.
But she does have that great song that it is of the I wish I had known you like the last that I saw you.
Well, listen, I mean, my favorite pop song by her is Super Bass, so.
Oh, I love that. Well, maybe that's why she deserved it.
That makes sense.
Starship.
But, like, see, like, she makes sense. Eminem doesn't.
No. Starship.
Nicki Minaj makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not questioning her on here. Him.
Okay. Nicki Minaj, Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Cause, yeah.
Yeah, well, that one song with Nicki Minaj and Chris Brown, even though we hate Chris Brown, that's super.
14, Justin Timberlake. Yes.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yeah.
15, Miley Cyrus. Yeah. She forged.
Yeah.
Disney Channel.
You get a little out front.
This is This is where I'm like, how, like, 16.
We're gonna go to the top 20.
JC. He's rap.
Reach. Let me put him on there because Beyonce's on the list.
Yeah, like, why pop? No.
No.
But what is pop? Pop is popular. So it's not like a genre of music, it's just what's popular.
I guess.
And then JC was, yeah, he was popular.
He was popular. Concrete jungle legends are made of.
Yummy Fickens of Freaking Love. Yeah, he has to be there.
No,
It is pop.
Yeah, no, you're right.
The Weeknd. Under The Weeknd, controversial. BTS.
Wait, so who was above who?
No, it's The Weeknd and then 19, BTS.
Who's number 20?
Bruno Mars.
At least he made top 20.
No. No.
I mean, it's a slap in the face. It's a slap in the face.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, had they placed him anywhere higher, which means like, lower on the list, I would have been very pissed off. Because Bruno has done a lot.
Okay, I just want people to hear who is under BTS. Under BTS, Bruno Mars, then Lil Wayne, that was basically the king of 2010s.
Yes.
Up.
Yes.
Well, not up. 2010s to 2015.
Yeah. He had a great run from 2006 to like mid 2010s.
And he runs Young Money.
He does, which is going through a terrible time right now.
Under BTS, One Direction. Under BTS, the biggest artist ever streamed, Bad Bunny.
Really?
Yes. That is
Hold on.
insane. Like, how do you put BTS over Bad Bunny? There is no correlation and there is no significance.
Because I was literally gonna ask you before we cut this off. Somebody's where's my husband? Because as you all know, I'm married to Bad Bunny, Benito, Antonio.
Yeah.
That's my man. Ending BTS.
Under BTS is insane. I want to know who made this list because it is not okay.
I'm going to cyberbully them when I get off of this.
And then it's Ed Sheeran and then Katy Perry. I think Katy Perry should have been like more up on the list.
Yeah, she should have been like the teens.
Yeah.
Between 15 and 20.
But the fact that they put Bad Bunny under BTS is frankly
Crazy.
Insulting.
Crazy.
And it's frankly racist
Yeah,
to Latinos.
I was gonna say, like, honestly, like the contribution that he's made to not only reggaeton but to music in general and putting not only Latinos on the map but specifically Puerto Ricans on the map.
Yeah.
After Daddy Yankee really sullied their name with the whole conservative shit. Like, everyone loves Puerto Ricans. Like Daddy Yankee's like, I love Trump. They said, pause.
No.
But Bad Bunny came back like the sexy superhero he is. He said, wait, I'm here. And I said, yes, you are.
No, but how is this possible? Like BTS, no one listens to them. Bad Bunny was the most streamed artist for 4 years.
Can we talk about 2022 when he changed the face of music forever?
Yeah, it's insane. And then they're saying that these little pop, kind of washed up pop from Korea is better than Bad Bunny.
That's
hell of fuck
that's
now.
just not realistic.
Like, shut the fuck up.
That's just not realistic.
No,
I'm sorry.
shit.
Alright, so with that said, now we will close up the podcast. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out and listening. We have a lot of fun here, and we hope that with this new visual media that you're having fun too. We also will have to remember to look at the camera and like talk to you guys. This is a different experience for us. It's really exciting. Sebastian, anything that you want to plug that you have going on?
No.
I do. So I have made a YouTube channel with a vlog of mine. You'll be seeing some more things. If you want to see what I got up to in Paris visually, you'll have to follow me on YouTube. Also, make sure you follow us on not Instagram, on TikTok. Make sure you give us all your stories down below, or you can email us at Your opinion is not fact podcast at gmail.com. Once again, your opinion is not fact podcast at gmail.com. We love you and we'll catch you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.
And that's a wrap on today's sermon from Cult Leader Yona. Make sure to tell me how much you love today's episode by dropping a review and subscribing to the podcast. Until next time, keep those opinions to yourselves because remember, your opinion is not fact. Catch you later, fives.